Hi, this is Zach, and I'm going to show you how to modify extrusion fab numbers in the BIM model. So what I have here is the elevation that we've been working on. It has two verticals, and right now, here's one of them, and there's the other. They're both assigned to fabrication number 1, so they're going to be using the same fab template. But let's say, for instance, that I wanted to take this vertical here and put a big hole in it. So I've modeled a hole that I'm going to add as a notch to this. But because these are both the same fab number, if I add it to one of them, it's going to actually be in both because they use the same fab template, I should say. So I'm going to change this vertical so that it uses a different fab number before I add the notch. And first I need to find this particular vertical in my Takeoff properties window. I could do that just by clicking on it, and it should highlight over here. And I want to change this, maybe, let's say fab 2. So all I have to do is, this is the fab number here. Right now it's fab 1. I could just select there and delete that and change it to whatever I want. So I'll go fab 2. And as soon as I click off of this box, it's going to cross off this mark number because this mark number is no longer valid. And it actually made fab template 2 for me, and it based it off of fab template 1 like it usually does. So it has the same notch that fab template 1 does, which is the notch for the sill. Now I can add a notch to this, and it won't affect fab 1, it will only affect fab 2. So I'm going to run my notch extrusion command, click near the end, select the entities that make up the notch. It's a little harder to grab. There we go, it shows me a preview, and we're done there. Erase this thing. Now you can see fab 2 has 2 notches, this one and this one. Fab 1 still only has the 1 notch. If I open the fab template for this, it looks a lot like fab 1 except it has a hole in it. That. And if I open up fab 2, or fab 1, it is untouched. Now maybe I changed my mind and I do want this to actually go onto this one as well. I can simply highlight this one and change it to fab 2, and as soon as I do that and click off of it, it crosses off that mark number and it immediately puts in the second notch because these are now the same fab template, they should have the same notching. And I can switch back and forth as desired here. Now to save the change that I made to this fab number, I changed it to fab 2, I have to save my drawing. So I'm going to save this model, and it asks me, since I only changed one of them, it asks me if I want to make this a base data change or an override. If I make it a base data change, both of these are actually referring to the same tagline at the moment. So if I make it a base data change, they'll both change to fab 2. I want this to be an override, so it only affects the one. On that, there you go. So if I open up the fab, the UD window here, the project details, and I refresh, I scroll and I look for my vertical. This one, no, not that one, this one. There's an override here, and in the override it's fab 2, and in the standard one it's still fab 1. So you can assign your fab numbers and see what notches you get as a result of switching fab numbers right here in the BIM model. Thank you very much.